So as we prep for the Regents exam, again, I talked in the first section about circles, how the Regents is obsessed with this topic, and it used to be obsessed with it in a way that was simple and easy to get your points, because it would just be those simple equations where you had to pull the center in or out of the equation. Recently, they have decided that that was too easy and they were giving away too many free points, I guess. So now they've gone to this new method where they give you an equation that's not in standard form, and they want you to put it in standard form so that you can find the center and the radius and make it a little bit harder. The good news is the calculator has an app on it that'll do this, and we just have to know how to use the app. All right, but the most important thing that you have to understand is you have to take the equation. You have to get everything onto one side so that it's equal to zero. It's imperative that you do this. If you do not have it equal to zero, it changes the signs on your coefficients that we have to put into the calculator. The calculator doesn't know what you mean, and it will possibly give you an answer or it will possibly give you an error. So this is the single most important thing, is to be able to get one of these questions correct. They're the easiest question ever because you just have to do a little tiny bit of algebra, very simple algebra, just moving things from one side to the other. And then we have to then go through and just hit some buttons in the calculator. So the calculator buttons are right here. I'm not going to read them to you because it's going to be much more simple to show you some examples of this stuff. But those are the processes there. And then you got to make sure that you have the whole minus sign. So if the coefficient has a minus sign on it, then you got to make sure you make it negative. Don't use a minus sign, though. The calculator treats minus signs and negative signs as two different signs. And if you switch them around, it won't understand the negative part. If you put a minus sign in place of a negative sign in place of a minus sign, it doesn't understand that either, but it still usually gives you an answer. If you swap a negative sign with a minus sign, it usually gives you an error. So be careful with that.